Rachel Zegler rages as South Park destroys woke Snow White, the drama you need to know. Oh, you are not going to want to miss this one, folks. Rachel Zegler, the star of the controversial, woke Snow White, is spewing fire after South Park takes her character down in one of the most savage roasts to date. Is this the battle of the year? Is the woke Snow White saga turning into Broadway drama at its finest? Stay tuned, because we've got all the juicy details and some shocking reactions you won't want to miss. Buckle up, this one's about to get wild. In a twist of fate that feels straight out of a Broadway production, Rachel Zegler, the talented yet often controversial actress behind the woke Snow White in Disney's recent live-action remake, has found herself at the heart of a major firestorm. It wasn't the critics that sent her into a furious rage this time, it was none other than South Park. Yes, you read that right. The iconic animated series, famous for its no-holds-barred humor, recently delivered a blistering takedown of Zegler's portrayal of Snow White, and let's just say the fireworks were real. It all started with the highly anticipated debut of Disney's woke Snow White, a reimagining of the classic fairy tale, but with a modern twist. Gone are the days of a helpless, passive princess waiting for a prince to rescue her. Instead, Zegler's Snow White is a strong, empowered woman who stands up to the dwarfs who are no longer portrayed in a stereotypical, one-dimensional way and has no time for a traditional prince. Critics were torn. Some hailed the film as a brave step forward in breaking outdated gender norms, while others felt it was a desperate attempt to stay on trend with the woke culture that seems to dominate Hollywood these days. Enter South Park. In one of its latest episodes, the show parodied the new Snow White by lampooning everything from Zegler's character's new personality to the changes made in the film, turning them into satirical gold. The animation series took aim at the over-the-top nature of the film's attempt to be progressive, showing Snow White as a militant feminist who had no interest in the classic romance. But it was one particular scene that lit the fuse. The episode depicted a showdown between a woke Snow White and a politically incorrect Prince Charming, who tries to rescue her, but she's having none of it. The prince, in true South Park style, was made to look completely ridiculous, while Snow White spouted speeches about systemic patriarchy and environmental justice. The scene was meant to be both humorous and biting, and it certainly achieved its goal. The reaction, explosive. Rachel Zegler, known for being outspoken on social media, didn't hold back. The actress took to Twitter, what else? To express her frustration and anger over the South Park parody. She blasted the show for being out of touch, and accused the creators of trying to undermine the progress Hollywood is making. In a string of tweets, she wrote, "The idea that South Park feels the need to make fun of a character whose entire existence is about breaking barriers is beyond me. It's 2025, wake up." Her fiery response didn't exactly win her many fans. While some applauded her for standing up for her character and what she believes in, others couldn't help but point out that Zegler's inability to laugh at herself was contributing to the very thing South Park was mocking, the lack of self-awareness in today's entertainment industry. The backlash from fans has been nothing short of dramatic. If Rachel can't handle a little South Park roast, how is she going to handle the real world? One fan tweeted. Another added, "Woke Snow White is a product of the times, but maybe Rachel should have just laughed it off. It's comedy, not an attack." It wasn't just fans who weighed in. Industry insiders also chimed in, with many suggesting that Zegler's response was a bit too on the nose. Some believe that her inability to embrace the parody only adds to the growing divide between progressive Hollywood and the more traditional, movie-going public. South Park is never going to hold back on this kind of stuff. She should have known that, one entertainment critic wrote. Instead of throwing a tantrum, Rachel should have leaned into it. It's part of the game. But could this be just the beginning of a much bigger cultural clash? As Hollywood continues to embrace woke themes in movies and TV, this battle between woke Snow White and the irreverence of South Park highlights a larger issue at play, the delicate balance between progressive storytelling and the need to maintain humor, irony, and critical commentary without falling into the trap of taking oneself too seriously. Is Zegler's reaction the tipping point for Hollywood's woke agenda? Or is this just another stage in a drama that will only get juicier as the year unfolds? Whoa, what a ride. From South Park's savage takedown to Rachel Zegler's fiery response, the woke Snow White saga continues to stir the pot in Hollywood. What do you think? Is Rachel Zegler justified in defending her portrayal, or did she just make herself the perfect target for a South Park roast? Drop your thoughts in the comments below.